to him.
They got the NFL shook. They in the playoffs got people crying about football hits.
Talk to him.
Are you kidding me? Bro, they wouldn't be able to survive in the Ndamukong Suh, Nick Fairley, Ezekiel Anza era of the Detroit Lions defense. We're sitting here talking about, yo, they need to get a little bit more on the defensive line. Maybe we need to get an all-pro type linebacker. Oh, man, our defensive backfield. They're crying already about this because the Detroit Lions are carrying the big stick. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, man? When I saw the Justin Fields one, all of those other times where I remember hearing some press conferences, where I remember hearing like people going on different podcasts talking about, oh my gosh, the Detroit Lions are so weak. Are you kidding me, bro?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? This is what a time to be alive for the Detroit Lions. Grit is not just a word. It's not just promotion. It's not just marketing. It literally is these Detroit Lions. And I cannot believe it. You talk about Dan Campbell walking in here and absolutely imprinting his identity on this team. You talk about the fury. What do you call it? Controlled fury?
Oh, yeah.
Controlled octane
fury.
You talk about a guy who took the 0-16 season. You talk about he took all of that, bottled it up, and just absolutely unleashed it within this team, man. It rings so much better when he said, yo, who are the players that were here? Who are the players that remember all of this stuff? That's no longer a part of this organization's history. We don't talk about it no more. Why? Because the Detroit Lions are going out there, and it's not just, oh, we're going to try and play physical on the field. They're winning at that. And it's because they are dominating teams and beating them into a pulp and into submission. I can't wait for this season, man. And Brad Holmes, the types of players that he continues to identify, I can't wait. I cannot wait. I can't wait. I told you guys I was trying to control the fury, man. I'm sorry, Dan Campbell, if I didn't control the fury enough,
keep
man.
that bat over on that side.
Getting us a little nervous,
You
right?
guys understand how difficult it's been to not just be like,
Look at that look in his eye.
But then, that'll probably come out the paycheck. So I'm trying to
keep it close.
Let's go Lions. Let's go Lions.
KG, I've seen that look in your eye, especially while Kool-Aid was talking.
Yeah.
How does this make you feel? What do you think about not just Justin Fields, but DJ Moore, Matthew Stafford, Vikings fans, Rams fans?
Listen, and I echo Kool-Aid's energy, man. Like, I don't appreciate people coming at my city like this, especially when it's not warranted. Just being real for a second, I don't like that dirty label being put upon us.
Thank you.
And it's just wrong, man. Yes, there have been unfortunate situations in between that, like the hot kid and, Stafford being concussed mid-game and they didn't pull him. Different things of that nature, but they were all above board hits. This team is not dirty. We come out here, we play hard, and we're physical. For the first time in a long time, when you go against the Lions, know it's going to be a long, hard, painful game. So I don't like that dirty label, man. We haven't done anything to warrant that. This isn't like Bounty Gate. Like, come on now. This is just football, man. Like man up, bro.
There are times where you can call a player dirty, a team dirty, and it's warranted. But when you make that step, when you make that call, when you put that label upon somebody, that's career defining. That's reputation's at stake. That's an organizational reputation at stake. You can't just say that if it's not true. Matthew Stafford running up to Kirby, and I know that it's in the middle of a game. I don't think they should have released the audio. The Rams shouldn't have. It was on their sounds of the game, which they don't even usually put out for losses, but they did. And Matthew Stafford runs up to Kirby Jones to say, hey, dude, that wasn't a dirt there. That was a clean hit, but you're a dirty player. Like,
you know what caught my ear?
What?
When he said it's on tape. That means that the NFL, these other players are scouting this type of stuff. That got them shook. And what do we continue to say? I continue to say this, just the same type of strategy that Michigan football utilized against Michael Penix, beat him into a pulp, and he was limping out the arena at the end of that game. We said, hey, they're going to have to continue to do this to quarterbacks, whether they're getting the sack or not. This was the time where I think everybody realized, all right, the pressures are there, the sack numbers aren't where people wanted them to be, but the effect was totally felt. That's what this is speaking to me. It's not just the fact that the Bears are crying about it publicly. It's not just that Matthew Stafford knew he was mic'd up and cried about it and talked about, oh, it's on tape, though, it's on tape. This, realistically, is about the fact that the Detroit Lions are just not taking nobody's crap, not even their own historical crap anymore.
Right.
This is a different Detroit Lions team. Yeah. And you know what I love? The fact that every single team who knows that they're stepping up against the Detroit Detroit Lions, they know exactly what they're going to get, man.
Yeah.
Brad Holmes, Sheila, Dan Campbell, oh my gosh. Wow.
And get ready, because it ain't going nowhere. It's about to be here for quite a while. So
not at all.
Hey,
You got
buckle your chin strap. You said what?
You got to put up the Anzalone background.
Oh, I got you.
We got to troll. We trolling today, man.
Yeah, while you're putting that up, I'm going to read this comment from Eric Allen. I thought it's a great analogy of this. Broder, the Lions are that little brother that got picked on by his older brothers, then grew up to be much bigger and stronger, who can smack and throw these... throw them around with ease. Yeah. We're trying to keep a little cleaner this morning, but I agree with that 100%. Low key, dirty players. What I don't like about this, real quick, when you start giving people those labels, that opens up the door to the dirty players on other teams going and taking cheap shots at Kirby Joseph, at Alex Anzalone, at Julian Okwara. And that's what I don't want to see, because I don't believe that they had malicious intent. They are not dirty players. There are dirty players out there. So as long as they start getting that in their head, the more they hear, oh, the Lions, oh, Kirby Joseph, that just leads them more down that path. And I don't like that.
We saw, I forget who the player was, but he put his full weight in his knee right into the chest of Amon-Ra St. Brown. You know what he did? He got up and he absolutely balled out the rest of the game. Did he cry about it? No, he did not. And he continued to play through it, man. We saw our players go through injuries. We saw Sam Laporta. I don't think that was necessarily a clean hit. That took him out. It is what it is. And what did he do? He decided to go into the playoffs and say, hey, I'm balling out still, man.
Mm-hmm.
That it's not just what other teams are saying, but it's about when these same things happen to the Detroit Lions, which they do, because didn't we see the play where it's been several seasons now where Jared Goff, when he does scramble, he's gotten out of bounds and they still go and light him up. It's been a couple of those. I know we posted one of them from last year to socials, and the whole team was like, all right, this is how it's going to go. This is how it's going to go. That's why, we picked this. We had two options to go with. Do we go with Alex Anzalone going, and that kind of showing the ferocity, or do we just go with, we're laughing at you. We're laughing. Right. Shout out Ron Burgundy. We are laughing. That's what we're doing,
Ron
man.
Burgundy?
Low-key dirty players.
Scotch,
Moore, Justin Fields. You got the leaders of the Bears saying this. You got the leader of the Rams saying this. You got the NFL kind of scouting this. You know what? You step on that field, you better be prepared to fight.